My name is Miss Rizquah ABDULAZEEZ, the Director General, Pragmatic Elite for Ashiwaju and Shettima, Nigeria and Diaspora. Thank you.
You've been the one directing the affairs of PIFA. Please, we'd like you to throw more light on the activities of PIFA.
Okay. Pragmatic Elite for Ashiwaju and Shettima, as the name implies, is the umbrella that brings together all the notable personalities in Nigeria, every woman in Nigeria, and it's a campaign support group that is going to outlive 2023. It's also a support group that cuts across ethnic, religious, party affiliations, and tribes, as the case may be. So it's a political support group that is actually an umbrella absorbing all other well-meaning support groups in Nigeria. And we are actually, our goal, our aim is good governance at all costs, at all levels. In politics, we are not divided. Nigerians are the ones that are divided. Politicians aren't divided because we are all working for one goal, which is good governance. But the angle at which I see good governance is not the angle at which you see good governance. Good governance, some people see good governance as ability to swindle money, corruption, cutting corners and what have you. But we see good governance as something that begins from you. If you want a change, change begins from me. It begins from me, it begins from you. And Ashiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, going by his antecedents and pedigree of what he has done so far, he's a nationalist. He's not a Lagosian. He's a nationalist. That is why it's not easy for the northerners to accept one person and all other everywhere with Nigerians, largely, the electorate to accept one person. Okay, look at what happened during the primary election. The first person that stepped down for His Excellency, our incoming president, Ashiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, was Senator Godswill Akpabio. So, what a South man saw in a Yoruba man, it shows that that man has something different from our past leaders. And we need to deliver in 2023 if we want a bigger and a greater Nigeria, a Nigeria you and I and our children, our offsprings can be proud of. So, Pragmatic Elite for Ashiwaju is actually a group that is going to outlive 2023, as I have said, and the modus operandi, the projects that needed to be put in place, we are already on that. Part of what we are actually doing right now is capturing the biodata of every of our members, because they say charity begins from home, charity begins at home. If we want to better Nigerians, it should start from within our cycle. You cannot better the larger society if your members are not well taken care of, the welfare of your member are not well attended to. So to this effect, Pragmatic Elite for Ashiwaju, we map out an empowerment program that will capture 5 million women, 5 million youth. We won't exaggerate because we are not only the support group in Nigeria, but from our own capacity and what we can do so far, our empowerment, we are going to ensure we capture 5 million youths and 5 million women. Because women and youth, look at your polling booths. During the election, you will see women, you will see youth, you understand. And all of this, most of these electorates are not online, they are not on social media. In fact, the phone they are using is this Touchlight Nokia. So these are the targeted audience. These are our targeted audience that would want to benefit and work with and empower them in days to come.
So, Digi, quickly, talking about the women and youth, ahead of the campaign proper September 28th and the election come 2023, what is your message to the youth and women where they have the larger concentration as voters?
Thank you very much for that question. As it is, okay, use this Pragmatic Elite for Ashiwaju as a case study. It's spearheaded by a woman, an ordinary Nigerian, which is me. So, women inclusive in good governance, in politics, is becoming a generally acceptable norm, because it used not to be like that before. 5 years ago, 10 years ago, were women heading a campaign support group? No, we have men. But now women are coming up to chair and to lead as a convener and as director generals to lead support groups. You understand? Which Pragmatic Alliance for Asiwaju is actually one of these support groups. Now to the youth. We should not be swayed by what we hear on social media, on Facebook, most especially, because the voters, like I do tell some of our members, the voters are not on Facebook. There are those market women you see out there. They are the motor park guys. They are out there. They are not on Facebook. So do not be swayed or do not be carried away with whatever anybody is saying, because this is actually, believe you me, take it from me, this is the type of propaganda and falsehood. So we should stick with what we've seen, because another says a bird in the hand, what a million in the sky. What President Muhammadu Buhari has done, he met the country when he was in comatose. There is no how do we call it now? There is no magic he can perform. Even God, if you want something from God, you have to exercise patience and your consistency in prayer. That is what will give you that. So the consistency is what we are bringing up now. That is why we support Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Shettima, because you see these two men, they are actually great men in Africa. Men that even the whites, when they speak, the whites, the Westerner, they listen to them. So these are men of pedigree, men of antecedents. So what we are going to do is we are sensitizing the youth to let's persevere. Nigeria sports, the problem we have in Nigeria is not today. It's been there for long. Now to do it is not going to come in probably within a twinkle of an eye. It will take consistency and leaders with the will to change the status quo of the country to what you and I want for the future of our nation.